language that uses signs and symbols. If you want to do music, this is how to start. You start by studying music language, and that's what we are going to get studying today. My name is Innocent, and in today's study we're going to look at some important things you need to know when you are into music, and you have to pay attention because music reading and writing is very essential to self-expression. Because if you're going to play musical instruments, you need to be able to know how to read it, you need to be able to know how to write. As you come with me, we're going to talk about the stave. The stave is the first thing that a composer considers when he wants to write, because without the stave, there's nothing he can write upon. This is called manuscript. This manuscript is a book that is used in writing music, because when a composer writes, he uses this manuscript to write. Unlike somebody writing English, he uses a normal exercise book with lines on them. But composers doesn't use exercise book with only lines. They use manuscripts to write music. Music manuscript contains staves, and you can see there are lines with spaces there. We're going to be talking about it very shortly. Music reading and writing starts from knowledge of music elements. Some basic elements are important if you want to read or if you want to write music. And those elements are involved in writing or music notation. Before a composer starts writing a song or a tune, he or she gets a manuscript containing staves. We are going to look at the staves and what you need to know about it. There are 5 things I'm going to talk about. Number 1, the stave is the 5 lines and the 4 spaces used for writing music. As you're looking at it now, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces in between the 5 lines. These 5 lines and 4 spaces is what we call the stave. The word stave is a noun. The noun form of what we're talking about, the name of a thing that we're talking about. There are times we say staff. Staff is an adjective of the word stave, and we use the word staff in connection with something. For example, you can say staff notation. Staff notation is a writing that is done on the stave. You can say staff reading. Staff reading is when you pick up a music that has been written on the staff and you are reading it. Or you can say staff singing. That means you are singing directly from a notation of music. So the stave is the 5 lines and 4 spaces used for writing music. The first information, remember, the number 1 information you need to know about the stave. Number 2 is that this stave you're looking at is numbered and counted from below upwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. from down upward. This is the number 1 line, number 2 line, number 3, number 4, and number 5. These are the lines. This is the number 1 space, number 2 space, number 3 space, and number 4 space. You don't count this number 5 as number 1. You don't count this number 1 as number 5, because you are going from down upwards. You are counting from below upwards. And so you need to know that the stave is numbered and counted from below upwards. That's the second information. Number 3. The number 3 thing you need to learn is that the name for each line and each space is a degree apart from the other. The stave has 9 degrees. That's the third information that I want to give you. The name for each line of the stave and each space of the stave is 1 degree apart from the other. It depends on where you're starting from. That means if you start from line number 1 and you make a movement in sounds and get to space number 1 from line 1, look at my hands, my fingers now. Line 1, and you make a move and get to space 1. You've already moved up a degree. The sound has increased. So you don't just take it as I'm not doing anything, I'm not changing anything, I've only moved a step up. Once you move up any step, your sound position has changed. That is the third information I'm giving you here about the stave. Because the stave is the visual representation of your sounds. All the sounds you're going to make, they are visually represented on the stave. And that's why you take care of each sound you're making and understand that it is falling on a particular position. Now, I'm giving you the fourth information here. Stave alone cannot represent pitch. That name stave alone cannot represent pitch. As you see it drawn, as you see the 5 lines and 4 spaces drawn, alone like that. You can't come on it and say, these are specific sound positions, definite sound positions that are defined by it. No. There's another thing that is needed before it can be fully representing sound positions. There are many sounds, and in music, sounds travels up and down. It travels up and down. And as you're reading the stave, you're looking up. When you're going up, the sound is traveling up. When you're reading it down, it is traveling downward. And you have to understand that the stave alone cannot represent pitch. That means there's something else we're looking for here if we want to show definite pitch on the stave. And what is that? I'll be discussing that later. Number 5 information is that the stave must have a clef to show definite pitch. What is a clef? We're not talking about that now. We'll talk about it in the next segment.